Hello, Alex and Kai. I hope you guys are doing well. Obviously, I'm sitting at my house right now, but I didn't forget that we need to start. I dropped it already. We need to start our next letter of the week. So, we finished L, and then we took a little break and we studied all these great authors, the people who write the books. I hope you enjoyed all my friends who had videos that we sent to everybody. But now we're back to letters. So we finished up the letter L, which was my letter, and now we're on to the next letter. Do you remember what comes after letter L? I'm going to remind you. I'll show you a picture of it. We'll see if you know what it is. You ready? What is it? Did you say M? I bet you did. Here's a lowercase m. An M is such an easy letter. First of all, M is a great letter. But check this out. It says this. Close your mouth. And you're just going to make the sound. Mm. And we were thinking, what starts with the letter M? Mom. And Miss Mary and Miss Michelle both had double M's in them. We thought of that today. Marshmallows. Do you like marshmallows? I love marshmallows. How about monster? Minute. March. You should march around your house a little bit. With someone, of course. Because that way it makes it a parade. But letter M is the letter of the week, so I want you to practice. Of course, the biggest one being, and the one that you should definitely remember, is mom. So make sure you do something nice for your mom, because it's letter M week, and that's always extra special. And of course, we always have a color. This is the color this week. Can you see it? My favorite. It's green. So we are doing letter M and green this week. So practice your letter M's. Think of words that start with the letter M. I bet you can think of a lot. And can you name a whole bunch of stuff, maybe 5 things that are green? They don't even have to start with the letter M, but that would be a bonus. But if you could think of things like, what's green? Can you think of something green? Let's see. I'll get us started. The grass is green. Underneath the snow, if you have snow at your house. I don't have a lot of snow at my house. So the grass outside my house is green. What's green at your house? Think about it. And we're doing letter M, and this is a great letter M book. This is a word we didn't say yet. Moose. The story is called If You Give a Moose a Muffin. Oh, maybe you'll have a muffin for breakfast. So let me read you my story. If you give a moose a muffin. You might recognize this because we're talking about authors. The author of this book is Laura Numeroff. And you might know her because we've read some of these stories. We've already read If You Give a Dog a Donut, If You Give a Cat a Cupcake. Let me think, what else? If You Take a Mouse to the Movies. Let's see, did we read any of the others? One that's coming up is called If You Give a Pig a Pancake. Isn't that funny? But this is letter M week, so this is If You Give a Moose, you see the nice M, a muffin. What do you think would happen if you gave a moose a muffin? Can you see him? I'm wondering if you know anything about a moose. We don't have moose by us. They don't live around here. But not all that far away, a couple states away, where it's a little bit colder, they have giant antlers and great big hooves, and they walk on 4 feet. They kind of like a deer, only they have way bigger antlers than a deer, and they're quite large. So, let's see if you give a moose a muffin. There he is with his big antlers. If you give a moose a muffin, oops, you see the little boy there? He'll want some jam to go with it. So you'll bring out some of your mother's homemade blackberry jam. When he's finished eating the muffin, he'll want another, and another, and another. He is pretty big. Until they're all gone. And when they're all gone, he'll ask you to make him some more. You see him sitting at the table there eating muffins? You'll have to go to the store to get some muffin mix, and he'll want to go with you. When he opens the door and feels how chilly it is, he'll ask to borrow a sweater. When he puts the sweater on, he'll notice one of the buttons is loose. He'll ask for a needle and thread. he'll start sewing. The button will remind him of puppets his grandmother used to make. Did you ever make a puppet? That's so fun. So he'll ask for some old socks, and he'll make sock puppets. And you put them on your hands and they talk. When they're done, he'll want to put on a puppet show. There it is, the puppets. He'll need some cardboard and some paints. And then he'll ask you to help him make the scenery. Do you know what scenery is? Can you see? Scenery is the background, the stuff you see behind what you're really looking at. So the scenery for me, kind of boring. It's my yellow walls. I don't know, can you see? There's a lamp here and a wall hanging with some cute sayings on it. That's your scenery. Ooh, they have fancy scenery. When the scenery is finished, he'll get behind the couch, but his antlers will stick out. So he'll ask for something to cover them up. You'll bring him the sheet from your bed. That would be so nice. When he sees the sheet, he'll remember that he wants to be a ghost for Halloween. He'll try it on and he'll shout, what does a ghost say? Boo! It'll scare him so much he'll knock over the paints. Uh-oh. So he'll use the sheet to clean up the mess. Do you remember where that sheet came from? It was your bed. And he cleaned up the paint with it. So then he'll ask for some soap to wash it out. And he'll probably want to hang the sheet up to dry. Well, that was nice. At least he cleaned it up. He'll go outside to put it on the clothesline. And when he's out in the yard, he'll see your mother's blackberry bushes. Do you remember what the blackberries were for? Seeing the blackberries will remind him of jam. He'll probably ask you for some. What does he do with the jam? Do you remember the name of this story? If you give a moose a... And chances are, if you give him the jam, he'll want a muffin to go with it. The end. And that was my story, if you give a moose a muffin. That's a pretty silly story, isn't it? Very fun. So I hope you enjoyed letter M. We have a whole week of letter M to do, and I bet you can think of a lot of things that start with M.